Welcome back, everybody. Today, let's talk about an affordable option for a feed bag. One of my favorite bags that gets used on every bike is the Revelate Designs Mountain Feed Bag. What I like about it is the versatility of being able to use a coffee mug, a water bottle, snacks, bars, and just the ability to mount them just about anywhere on any type of handlebar. Most of them have been designed to be able to fit and adjust to work on all kinds of bars. And it's just become one of those go-to bags that I use on everything. But the problem with them is that they're really pretty expensive. So the Revelate Designs version of this is $50, which for a bag of this size seems kind of pricey. And recently I tried out and have been using a cheaper version of this that's available on Amazon from Moosetreks. Moosetreks has created, in essence, a replica of the Revelate Designs Mountain Feed Bag for half the cost. So $50 for the Revelate Design one, the Moosetreks, $25 on Amazon. And if you're a Prime member, of course, you're gonna get free shipping on that. It's almost identical. In fact, there are only just a few minor differences in them. If you look at the way they're designed, both of them have a large Velcro loop that's usually made to go around the handlebars. And then they have this adjustable loop that can be moved around to go in varying locations depending on which side you're putting the bag on, where it's going to be placed on the handlebars, so on and so forth. If you look at the interior of these, this Revelate Design one is yellow, this one is orange, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. They both have a cinch strap at the top that closes it up if you want to. And to be honest, I rarely use that much. I know the intent is if you have food items to keep them cinched in, if it's a bottle to keep it kind of tight in there, but I mean, I just don't have that much of a problem with bottles popping out. Occasionally, if I was doing like something kind of single track or really intense, I might zip that up a little bit tighter, but I really don't find myself using this for most of my riding that much, but it is a nice option to have. The Moosetreks one comes with the same pockets on the sides. So you've got a pocket here, a pocket here. So basically there's 3 pockets with an elastic top that allows you to put anything you want in there. So popular items that get stuffed in here for me are bars, drink mixes, and then honestly, one of the pockets gets used oftentimes for the trash that's left over. So you eat a bar, you have the trash, it gets shoved in this side. In fact, if you look on this Revelate Designs one, here's a bar wrapper that gets stuffed in there so that you pack out your trash. So I use that a lot as well for those kind of things. Some of the differences you'll see is that they both have this mesh design, but the Revelate Design does have one pocket that isn't a mesh. And there might be some advantage for that, I'm not sure. The Revelate Design also has on the back side where the bar strap is kind of a reinforcement area here. And they are using X-Pack material in those areas, like right here. But that's, and you know, this area is X-Pack as well. But other than that, there's really not much difference. There is no reinforcement area for this. And I think what they're using here is a modified nylon version. So one could argue that the Revelate Design might wear longer or last longer. But the way that I use these areas never come in contact with anything anyway. Really, it's always just about the bar and then where this strap hooks on down around, usually around the fork. It really doesn't touch anything on my setup, but I know that everybody's setup is different, so that could be something to keep in mind. I've not had this but about 3 or 4 months, and I haven't been riding as much, so obviously I haven't been able to do wear and tear testing on this, but it does have all the same pretty much features for half the cost. So even if you had to replace it more frequently, you could replace it twice, for the cost of one of these. The other thing that I've noticed is that one thing the Revelate Design system has that this Moosetreks does not is this nifty cinch system that allows you to tighten and loosen it with one hand. You don't have to get 2 hands on that. If you look at this system on the Moosetreks, it does not have that. You are going to have to, maybe you could do it one-handed, but it's just not as cool, I guess. Like I said, I really don't use that much anyway. So I've been putting this through the paces and really working on it. The Revelate design ones right now I have on each side of my handlebar, and what I've been doing is I've been now incorporating a third, and maybe I'll do a fourth at some point, inside of my loop bar area, and then just strapping this around my front rack. But it would also reach the fork as well, but just as another location idea. This is adjustable. It looks like they are almost identical in length, so there's not much difference there. They both do have a drain pocket at the bottom of them to be able to kind of snap or unsnap this and pull the inside out. This one has a visible, I don't know if you can see this, but there is an actual drain in the bottom of this. That's kind of nice. I guess, you know, you can't really pull this inside out on the Revelate design version. You can reverse it to kind of maybe clean this out. I don't know if that's a deal killer for me either. Like I said, I like these because they are super big. I mean, this is a big coffee thermos. It easily fits in here without a problem. I do this a lot when I'm riding. I'll drink coffee sometimes when I'm on a ride. But other than that, I really don't see much difference in them for that much price difference, I guess. This is, you know, obviously this is made in China, and this is not. This is made in, you know, in the U.S. So maybe that's something to keep in mind if you're sold on making sure you buy in the USA. But this is available on Amazon for $25. Like I said, if you're a Prime member, you're probably going to get free shipping. I'll put a link to it in the description if it's something you want to consider. But I think it's an affordable option by comparison to the Revelate. And again, I've had these for, gosh, I don't know, probably 3, 4, maybe 4, 5 years now. And they have held up well. I don't abuse them like my buddy Jerry does as much. But he too has bought a couple of these, and we're going to put them through our paces and see how we like them, how they hold up. The Velcro loop on these is replaceable, which is a little different than the Revelate designs. This one is sewn in and has a kind of a nylon back. This is a loop that you can actually take out. You can move it. It does have a few places to move it, and it's also replaceable. If you're like us, where we see things start to fail, oftentimes it's the Velcro starting to wear out, not holding like it used to. If you were going to replace that on the Revelate, you would need to cut this, restitch it, and do it that way because it is actually attached to the unit. This is removable and replaceable, so I think that could be an advantage, but I guess that doesn't matter if the rest of the material doesn't hold up, so that's really what we're going to be testing to see. The Velcro you can buy and replace from all kinds of places, so something to keep in mind. Anyway, I thought this was a neat option for people to consider who maybe want to be a little more budget conscious. At 25 bucks, I think it's worth giving a shot. So hopefully this helps you if you're looking for some feed bags. I highly recommend these no matter which one you buy. Feed bags on your bike are a game changer to me. Really great for holding bottles, snacks, and all that stuff. I mean, these, they're just so convenient. Use them all the time. Wouldn't be without them anymore, and this is an affordable option. So thanks for watching, and we will see you again in the next episode.